Hey guys, Rocky here. I noticed everyone right now is praising the whole we're removing crates. Well, let me just tell you something. Robocraft's crates, as many as you know, are not the main issue. Robocraft has 50 free movement parts and 38 weapons. Now, do you ever see anyone who can afford this one use this one? No. Or how about the mech legs? Or the wheels? Or the insect legs? Or, well, I mean, hovers and tanks are the exception. Or thrusters too. Or maybe even the wings. If you can afford the albatross, why use the eagle or the falcon? And same goes for weapons. I mean, like, just why use the small ion when you can use the big one? The small ion sucks dick. Or Tesla. The problem also is these boosts. I mean, let me just come down to this. Robocraft's main problem, which it always has had, has been balance. Your fun comes from your matches. The crate you see in the end, it does not impact the fun you have in matches. But when every weapon that you want to try to use sucks, or is not good as to the one that you can't afford, or let's, for example, here, this is a meta bot that I got from one of my friends because the current one I'm using could not really compete against tanks or drones. Maybe because it's 2 years old, but I just like using it because it has the infinite leap. I played this. It was stupidly overpowered and boring as hell. The problem with Robocrat is balance. Your fun is based on how balanced your matches and your bot and your movement parts and your weapons and everything is. But everything within Robocraft, all these weapons, all these movement parts, there are way too many for the current system that we hold. They are leftovers from the tier system, and in the tier system, they worked. But they don't work right here. Yet, Robocraft still tries to balance them by trying to make the small one just as good as the big one. For all 6 mech legs. Just why? If you're moving onto a new system, which tries to balance 1 CPU bot to 2000 CPU bots for God knows what reason, because that is literally impossible, why are you doing this? Why are you allowing bots without weapons to go into battle? When in the original League, for example, you needed 1000 CPU because you needed to be functional. I mean, I get it. But right now, you might say like, oh, it's just casual, just apply to League. But even to League, there is no rules. You can take 1 CPU bot and ruin the rankings of your other teammates, and they can't do anything against it. Your fun is being ruined by imbalance, and that's it. The entirety of Robocraft problems comes from the fact that it uses a base built on a tier system in a base that's trying to work with this. It's trying to use the base form of tier gameplay in a game with boosts and CPU balance. It doesn't work. It just does not work. And no matter what you do, you either need to remove some movement parts and limit it to free maximum. Because, well, even 2 sprinter legs can't work because you keep making mech legs and sprinter legs so damn close to each other. You might as well just say like, oh, this mech leg is the sprinter one and this is the mech one. At that point it might even work. That's the route I'm taking for my game. But the point is, you have so much that you're trying to balance bots of 1 CPU to 2000 CPU with 53 different movement types and 38 different weapon types, excluding the cosmetic variants here. With speed boosts and health boosts and damage boosts. I mean, do you not see how any of this could never be balanced? And then there's the saying, like, there's the imbalanced balance, where you have bots so unbalanced that there are other bots that counter them and balance them, but that does not work. Your team will not work like that. You need classes for that. You need classes for imbalanced balance, for imperfect balance. But this is just on balance. And that's what ruins the fun. Bots are either unhittable or will never die. I don't see like why people are so excited over the fact that they're removing crates when crates are the most ignored part of the fun ruiners. Your fun is still going to be ruined by the impossibly high level of imbalance within Robocraft. And for God's sakes, just remove the factory already or something. At least let there be some uniqueness and some exploration into the game. Bring back renting for all I care. Just either adopt to this new system with boosts and remove some movement parts and weapon parts, or move back into the tier system and remove boosts. You cannot have both, because it does not work and will never be balanced, and it will also never reach the imbalance balance, which is, well, the concept is called imperfect balance, which is balancing by itself. Whatever. I understand that people are happy that they're removing crates, but please focus on the real issue, which is gameplay and its balance. It's just me ranting. Rocky out.